Go back to that. All right, boom. All right. Sorry.
Going out of your mouth earlier. I thought I was going out of your mouth earlier.
I'm starting off with motherfucking Tom Brady. What's his finishing move?
Okay. Tom Brady.
That's that idea.
Yeah, that was just terrible. I don't know why you said that.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? You already know what it is. Welcome to Chopping It Up, the ultimate conversation on culture, creativity, and everything that's got the world talking. I'm your host, KaVaughn Webb, hip-hop artist and lyrical storyteller, here to navigate the waves of pop culture and beyond. And here with me is my partner in dialogue, the visionary behind the king of VR and the titan in the Web3 space, Lance Sweatpants. He's here to unpack the digital age from blockchain to virtual realities. What's going on, my boy?
What up, fam? We out here.
Yeah. We got a special one for you guys tonight. Can't wait to get into this. We actually really going to get straight to it. Our first topic we want to get into is NBA All-Star Weekend. You already know, just passed. You had the NBA Celebrity Game, All-Star Celebrity Game. Stephen A. was coaching. Shannon Sharp was coaching. It was a great event. They had some actually assistant coaches as well. I don't know if you guys noticed that, if you guys got to see it or peep it. 50 Cent was the assistant coach with Shannon Sharp, and then Lil Wayne was out there supporting my boy Stephen A. It was cool, man. It was a cool spectacle. I was definitely rooting for Stephen A. Who was you rooting for, my boy? What team was you on?
I'ma be real. I was rooting for Shannon. After this morning, though, we can get into it later. But after this morning, I ain't fucking with Shannon for a minute, cuz.
Okay, I didn't peep. I didn't get to watch first. I did want to watch this because I knew some stuff was going to be going down after All-Star. Dang, for real. Dang, that's crazy. Oh, I can't wait to. We're going to get into it. Like you said, we're going to get into it. But I was definitely rocking with Stephen A., man. So I don't mean even getting a spoiler alert. Obviously, he lost. So I was sick that they lost. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were going to be able to pull it out, too, because, his team had, they had some hoopers on there. A couple people, at least. Couple. You know what I mean? I forget who the young boy, the hooper that be doing all the crazy layups. Stephen A. had him on the squad. You had CJ out there. And I forget who else, but they weren't doing it. But the sleeper, I think, was the WNBA player. I think they had a WNBA player, Shannon. His team. I think he had a WNBA.
Damn, I forget who it was, but yeah, you ain't lying.
He was just cashing from out there, and it makes sense because she probably was trying to prove a point and let everybody know. I'm like, look, I'm trying to let you guys know we're professionals too. Like, we can shoot the ball. Yeah. We're good basketball players. And people should respect them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not. They're professional athletes. Kudos to them as well. I'm not saying that they don't deserve that respect. They definitely do. But at the same time, we have to just. That's a different conversation. That's a different conversation.
I'm about to say, hold on. Right now. I'm about to draw.
I don't feel like getting to that. It's because it's like I said, you just have to have respect. Like I was talking about with the music before, you gotta have respect for both sides, and I do respect the women's, professional athletes, the NBA, the WNBA athletes. They're great athletes. I could never ever step on a court with any of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're great athletes, but like I said, again, that's a whole different debate we'd have to get into, really, with some real facts behind it. So, but but again, she did put on a showcase. I want to say for everybody out there to let you guys know, like, look, we're professional athletes. We really do this thing, and she was shooting that thing, man. Seriously, she was shooting it from deep too, like way past the 4-point line. The Ruffles 4-point line that they had out there. So she was cashing, bro. She was cashing. So that's how Shannon and them started coming back. CJ was out there. He was trying to hit some threes for Stephen A's team, but he just wasn't.
Who is CJ?
CJ Stroud from the Texans.
My fault.
And my thing was, I was like, I guarantee you, the Texans told him, look, you can go out there and you can have fun and everything, but you're worth way too much bread. I know Mike is your friend, and you want to upstage him and everything, but look,
I dare you to drop 30.
No, not even I dare you to drop 30. You better not get hurt. I don't want to see.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Ankles, no,
if you drop 30, Just watch. Watch
If you
what
drop
we do to
30,
you.
just off 30, it's just going crazy.
Just watch what we do, cuz.
Oh shoot. Nah, that's too funny. That's too funny. But yeah, I mean, what did you think about like the celebrity game just in general? Kai was out there. Sir was out there. He's an artist from TDE. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yep.
You know, Magic Johnson, the guy that played Magic Johnson in Winning Time. He was out there. I thought he was gonna do a couple things. I ain't seen that. I ain't seen no crazy.
He's a capper.
Who got super cap?
He's a capper.
Cap on the rap. Oh man.
We could go to Bright Bill, and I'll probably get him one-on-one.
Oh man,
I'll probably get him
I can understand it. I can
Yeah.
understand it. Dang man.
Nah, but overall, man,
Yeah.
All-Star shit. The celebrity game was probably as fun as it got.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying a lot because that shit was ass the whole weekend. I'm done with the All-Star. I'm done with the Pro Bowl. I'm tired of it. They were just reaching for everything. Just trying to get shit and couldn't even do it right, like you said.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson, what were you doing there? I saw the
Elaborate. What you mean?
So look, man, pre-game, you saw the interviews. Everyone's getting hyped up. Hey, so what's your game plan going into this? Bullshit answer off rip. Could tell she's not a hooper. Could tell she never picked up a ball till that day. Pause.
She's an EGOT winner, bro. She's an EGOT winner. You can't, I get it. She may not hoop. I get it. She may not hoop, but she's an EGOT winner. I gotta put some
What's
respect.
that? EGOT. What's that?
She won the
Yeah.
Emmy.
Is that?
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
That sounds political.
Ain't no political. That is called greatness. That's called greatness. I'm telling you, because it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. Niggas don't do that.
All right. So
all of them.
All right. Well, look. Shout out to you. Congrats to you. I'm not taking anything away from your career, but you got to keep off the basketball court because don't think that we ain't see that air ball the moment that the cameras switched back. They were like, all right, well, have a good game. She was like, all right. Air ball.
Oh, air ball.
Oh, it was bad.
Man.
I had to search Twitter because I was like, I know I didn't imagine that. Everyone was flaming her up probably a minute after. So it wasn't just me. But that shows I'm a hater. Because, I was sitting there. I was like, I pray you don't shoot. And if you shoot, I pray they don't show it. And then they showed it.
They definitely showed it.
And then, that's the celebrity game. Because I'm not going to get into the whole the dunk contest. As ass as it's ever been.
Stop playing. What happened?
As ass as it's ever been.
All right, let me ask you this.
He dunked over Kai sitting down.
Oh, I did see that.
What are we doing? He's already 5'2", 5-0.
I did see that.
Spud Webb is jumping over Kai.
He barely dunked over him. Not only did he dunk over him, he barely dunked over him.
Spud Webb, I would have put, you remember Zydrunas Ilgauskas? I'm throwing him to jump over Kai.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing Joakim Noah out there to jump over Kai. I'm throwing everyone.
I mean, that's because that's what they gonna do. They barely got house, but again, exactly. Like you said,
they barely got house. Nah, man,
because
that's the highlight.
The problem with that is again, you seen like how Shannon and them were talking about how they had mentioned Mac McClung went out there and he dunked over freaking Shaq after that.
Over Shaq,
actor or before, either way.
That's what
I didn't get to watch
over
it,
Shaq, regardless. Over
exactly.
Shaq. So even if it was after, if it was before, I don't even know why you would have attempted jumping over Kai. What does that even mean? Exactly. Oh, this bull jumped over Shaq. I'm a one-up him. 5-0 Kai. Get out here, cuss.
I think Jalen was just trolling at that point. He had to be trolling because, like, honestly, to me, again, that's again that right there again is saying that's the NBA, or I mean, that's the Celtics telling him, we just paid you that money. Do not go out there and get hurt. So
don't get hurt.
It sucks. It sucks. It just sucks. It's like I feel like they just taking the fun out of everything. I get they want to protect their assets. If you want to protect your assets, how about this? How about you shorten the NBA season? How about
Yep.
that?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You want to protect your assets. How about you, don't penalize coaches for load management.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like that. Think about it like that. Don't try to make it, where these organizations have to go to like extreme lengths just to try to make sure they're going to get the best out of and the most out of their talents. You know what I'm saying? So they have to start putting all of these restrictions on, their talents' lives and stuff like that. So,
Yep.
don't get me wrong. Obviously, you can only go so far, but yeah, I mean, trust me, man. They do some stuff. They definitely do some stuff to make sure. And again, you're paying these people millions of dollars. Who wouldn't? I mean, your job.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody's regular job make you do certain things and will check into anything if you did some bullshit at the job. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? These people are getting paid millions of dollars, so why wouldn't they do the same?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if not more. So, but yeah, I mean, moving past that, I guess, like you said, All-Star Weekend in general. I mean, you said you were done with it. What is it about NBA All-Star Weekend, the Pro Bowl, any of these All-Star events that's just not bringing the public to interest? What's going on? What's going on here?
Assness. No, but for real, what it is we don't have the highest. We don't have the like most. I should say like the best athletes doing the shit. We're just having. Why are we bringing someone up from the G League to do the slam dunk contest? No diss to Mac McClung because he can dunk, but why are we doing that?
Mm-hmm,
That don't even make sense. And if so, stop putting him in the G League. Let him just be in the NBA. What is that even like? What are y'all doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, we know what the hell the history has been with the slam dunk contest. We went from Dominique and Jordan to Vince Carter and T-Mac to Mac McClung and Jaylen Brown. Mac McClung, we ain't even watching on TV. But Jaylen Brown, he's not even a crammer. Pause. I don't see him cram.
I mean, Jaylen can dunk it, but
he can, but that's never been the NBA slam dunk. It's been niggas that do that.
I feel like this. It's not that Jaylen isn't athletic because he is. Jaylen could have did something if he really wanted to, but I don't think that there was competition out here that he felt like there was to push him. That's why he was like, I guess that's probably why he was trolling because, like you said, they did bring somebody up from the G League to compete with him. So why would he want to do that? He's he's competed in the freaking NBA Finals, and you got him competing against someone who doesn't even have a job in the NBA, a full-time job in the NBA. It's barely a fledgling. So, no offense to Mac McClung at all, because I wish him all the best and the success in his career. But at the same time, that's just what I could see from Jaylen's perspective. That's why he would even do something like that. Because again, even no way in hell I'm going to, after or before, am I going to jump over Kai Cenat, in a fashion where it looked like I barely got over it. I almost got hurt just doing that for because honestly, he almost got hurt just doing that. I'm saying. Just trying to not trying to clear him and not get hurt. Yep. Him being so cautious almost caused him to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that always
that's canceled.
That's always been the case. Anything you do, you cannot have fear because anytime you have that fear, it's almost always going to cause you to get hurt. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Anything I've ever done, any sport, any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So. Oh man, that's the type of stuff right there that makes people not want to watch it.
It's just bro, that's not selling tickets.
That's not selling tickets.
That's not. I guarantee there was a lot of room. I probably could have did jumping jacks at that joint. There was probably so much room. No one at that stadium.
Also, it used to be a spectacle. I mean, there used to be. I didn't get to see the game. Maybe there were more people at the game. There were a couple people sitting courtside at the celebrity game, but there wasn't too many, from what I saw when I was sitting there. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't definitely.
How hype we used to get.
Definitely, they tried to bring people there. They tried to have 50 Cent and Lil Wayne on the bench so they can have people out
Like
there. But
NBA All-Star Weekend on NBA Live 05, that was the craziest shit of all time.
yeah, man.
Like,
All
but it
Stars
was
should be crazy.
so authentic as to how it used to be. It really used to be cinematic. It really used to be crowd, just sell out crowd, just to see people. And they're doing. You saw the package. Pause. Whoa! You saw the package that we could choose from.
Yeah.
For slam dunking in that game when it came to the All-Star. We're doing
for sure.
cartwheels. Throwing a doing a cartwheel, catching that bitch, putting it between your legs, dunking. When was the first time you seen someone do that? When has someone done that? I'm not saying people even did that back in the day, but come on. It was cold. That was the intensity that we were expecting. Now you got, like I said, we dunking over.
It's not
a 5'1" person. I've never seen that.
It's just the like I just feel like the competition is just not there. Like the importance of the award, I don't think it was ever the importance of the award.
So let's give up bread.
And you could try to, but it's still hard because again, like this NBA, these contracts, bro, the TV deals, especially because again, each year that they renew these daggone contracts and the TV deals increase, they get more and more and more money. These NBA players are making so much money. Money don't mean nothing to them. Again, like I said, back in the day, I don't even believe it was about the like allure of the award. I really do believe it was just about the competition. About I'm better than you. I'm doing this. I'm about to win this competition. That's it. It's all it is. It's about winning the competition. It wasn't about them winning the award. You know what I'm saying? And it's just saying, hey, I am the best dunker. Hey, I am the best 3-point shooter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's all it was about. It wasn't about the award. Who cares about the award? Who cares about the money? You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just about me proving something. And that's the problem. There's no competition amongst the league in that way. It doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't got to be toxic at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Differ.
No, it doesn't have, and if it does get there, I'm not saying that. Like, cool, whatever. I mean, storylines in basketball, storylines in sports, anything like that is always great. You know what I'm saying? It pulls people in. It gives people something to identify with. You know what I mean? So why not? I want to identify with the bad guy or the good guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It brings you in. So I'm with it. But at the same, it doesn't have to be toxic. But we can be competitive, man. There's no reason for us not to be able to like really get after it out there. So like the dunk contest, it should be competitive. You should have the best talents, like you said, the most athletic people out there who are known for dunking on people out there. When we watch in the NBA season, you guys are supposed to be out there doing this. Show us who's the best dunker out of the pack. Let's see that. I want to see who's the best. And it's you guys can shake hands after that. Why not? We're men. Yeah. Well, why can't you shake hands after that? It was fun. You guys all put on a show. Did your thing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, there's no reason for people not to have that, healthy competition amongst sports and still be able to, compete at the highest level without everybody jeopardizing anything. You know what I'm saying? But people just feel like they can't do that anymore, I guess. I don't know. They just, like I said, at this point, I would say if I had to chop it up to anything, it would be they have way too much to lose, so they just don't risk it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically all it comes down to. As everything nowadays is the bread. Yep. Way too much of a risk. No. There's no benefit, like you were saying. There's no. Yep. It's no make or break. You know what I mean? So I'm not even going to try. Back in the day, we would be up. I think that was the point that I was going to say, where it's like, the All-Star Weekend back in the day could have been a tic-tac-toe, a chess game, and a game of hopscotch, and they would have all went hard. Pause.
What you mean?
If that was because you're talking about the competitiveness, the game could have been chess, tic-tac-toe, and hopscotch, and I guarantee they would have still went as hard as they went for like you said, just based off the I'm better than you at everything. I don't care what competition it is. You know what I mean? I don't care. We out here. Oh, you want to arm wrestle? We good. You know what I mean? Where I'm about to show you up on this.
Yeah. Man, so, shoot. We about to do something a little different, a little bit special. You know what I'm saying? This time, we're gonna switch it up here. I just want to switch gears real quick. Keep us going. We good? Are we good? We good to go on that?
Yeah, 10 on the dot.
Okay.
So
10 on the
3
dot.
minutes, 4 minutes. Yep.
All right, bet we'll go 10 on the dot. No doubt. Okay, we could just shit. My fault. I don't even mean to interrupt you. What was you wrapping up about? I don't know what we was wrapping up about just there at the end.
The All-Star John?
Oh, the All-Star, yeah. All-Star,
just like I was saying, it was just the competition is just super low. Like I said, I was exaggerating with the whole hopscotch and shit like that, but I'm saying it could have been any type of competition, arm wrestling, a fucking race, like a 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
The competitiveness would have still been as high.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that back then.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If that was the All-Star weekend, if those were the festivities going on, they would have still went that hard. You know what I mean? Just because it was straight up, like you said, the reward ain't shit. It's it was like an internal reward of
exactly.
I'm better than you.
Exactly.
And there ain't shit you could say because All-Star weekend is where we're gonna go to settle this. Oh, you can shoot more threes than me. You can shoot better threes than me. Settle it at All-Star weekend. Oh, you can dunk better than me. Settle it at All-Star week. That's what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? And like I said, it ain't that. Now we going up against G League, bull. What's that?
Oh, I feel so bad like saying that and like disrespecting them, but it's not. It's really
it's the league's fault. That's why I'm saying it is because it's the league's fault. How are you gonna keep bringing up someone in the G League? Bring him into the NBA. If it's that bad, bring him into the NBA. If people keep commenting on that, bring him to the NBA.
Yep.
And then if not, if he can't hang in the NBA, get him the fuck out of get him out of the slam dunk contest.
No, I mean, the only way I can say, I mean, it's just hard because
because at that rate, we might as well hire someone from the Friendship Center to go to the slam dunk contest.
They do have the two-way contracts. They do have the 2 ways. You know what I'm saying?
And what's the 2 ways from the G League and back to the crib? 2 ways?
No, you can be
like what's that?
You could be fluent. You can get called up to the league. Like you can call up to the league
back. Okay.
Anytime. Yeah. So that's why I can say maybe he's on something like that where that's why he was able to compete. That's the only loophole I can say that's the reason why he was able to compete. But other than that, I don't see why they even allowed that to happen. Because again, he's not in the National Basketball Association. He's in the like I said, he's in the G League, whatever they call that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, again, it's an affiliate league. It's a part of the league, but he is not an official, member of the NBA, so he shouldn't be able to compete in something like that. That's, like I said, that's a competition for them. You know what I mean? Yep. Those members. So at least, you would think you would want it to be that way. Other than you're diluting it. Otherwise, again, you don't let any of these G League players compete in the 3-point contest or anything else, or even the All-Star game. So why are you doing that? You wouldn't do something like that in any other situation. You're only doing this because Mac McClung is somebody who's built up a social media following before he even got to, the league and everything. When he was going to college and all that stuff, he used his platform to be doing like the dunks and all that stuff. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And again,
you ain't lying.
Kudos to him and his career and what he's been able to make of himself. But again, that's just something that I just feel like, we gotta consider, we gotta
do.
Yeah, actually, that's not.
That's what we gotta do.
But we gotta put some respect on the NBA players' names. That's what I'm saying. We gotta consider.
That's it. Yeah. Like Scoop said, I just peeped Scoop in the comments where he's like, "There's no stakes at the All-Star game / Pro Bowl to the athletes, so no one really cares."
I haven't been peeping.
It's the same shit. Yeah.
Oh no,
it's the same shit that we're talking about.
The chat up. Why don't I got the chat up? Let me see. I get the chat back. But we're gonna bring somebody in special right now here on the Chopping It Up last call live edition. Shout out all y'all in the chat, whoever's up in there. You said who was it?
We got Spotty Wi-Fi in the building.
Oh no, I know we got Spotty in the building, but I said somebody was in the chat.
Oh, Scooby.
Oh, Scooby. Yeah, shout out Scooby. Yeah. Shout out Scooby. You know what I mean? Up in the chat. But yeah, we got Spotty coming on the pod. Yeah. Spotty Wi-Fi. Shout out him. He's an artist, Web3 artist, pioneer in this space, Really excited to have him on, pick his brain on this side of the side of the things in this industry and see what we can, see what we can muster up here.
Chop it up, cuz.
Chop it up. All right, hold on. I'm still trying to figure out this chat too. Let me see.
Oh, you trying to pull up the YouTube chat?
Yeah, because it was on the side.
Yeah, I had to pull up the YouTube for myself.
Oh, I think we might have action.
Ooh.
Okay, should we in here? What are we looking at? Waiting on it. Oh, shoot.
What the hell was that?
What happened?
Oh, that's what happened. My fucking light. I'm sitting here like, yo, what the fuck? Lo and behold, it's my dumb ass. All right. Yeah, now All-Star Weekend was a bitch.
It's turning something into something that's just like, oh no. Oh. Hold on. It's turning into something that's just been like, honestly, super boring. It's just like you said, it's lost its luster. It's not the same. It used to be something that we all used to look forward to. Yeah. It used to really be spectacle. I don't know. I just don't know what happened, man. I don't know why people don't want to do it. Like, even what about the artists? Like, where's everybody at wanting to stunt and be out there on the sideline? And when the camera flashes, over to the, somebody's driving in the hole. You see Weezy on the bench, or you see what's called. I know Wayne was there, everything. But I'm just saying, it's like the other new guys. Where's the little TJs? Where's the I don't even know, 42 Dogs, the little babies, the what's it called, the Dirks. Where are all these people at? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be doing this thing. Like, y'all need to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we not wearing triple XL tees.
No, it ain't about the triple XL.
We are not out there in the Coogee sweaters. We ain't out there in them big ass jeans.
These events have always been spectacles, man. These events have always been spectacles for you to be able to shine and stunt. Like I said, that's my whole thing. That's what it's supposed to be. So I don't know what happened to that. That's all I'm asking. Where is that at? Bring that back. What happened to the whole, like you said, making it a fun thing? I don't know. To me, I just feel like it's something that is just missing. I don't know why, though. It's like, it's All-Star Weekend. I feel like anytime you even just hear this shit, like All-Star Weekend, it should be like, let's go. Let's get out there. Like, yo, it's everybody's gonna put on their best outfits. Everybody's gonna be out there stunting, doing your thing that weekend. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Yo,
I don't know what's happening.
Some real shit, on some real like shout out shit. I'm gonna have to tag this bull whenever I post this on IG, because I'm definitely gonna find this.
Yep.
Mans was at All-Star Weekend with his Quest 3, had a spare one, and was challenging. Oh shit, my man Spotty.
Yo, what's good?
I'll save that thought. That thought. We good? You can hear everything, Spotty?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I'm just using the AirPods. Yeah, we're good. We're good. What it do, fam?
Chilling, man. Just fucking listening to these spaces, talking about Yuga nonstop.
Yeah,
I'm exhausted, bro. They piss me off, But...
I definitely wanted to get into just chopping it up to straight Web3 shit. It don't gotta be all just let's chill, Spotty. I'm not here to suck your dick, pause. You know what I mean? That's not the whole,
chilling,
but you know what I mean. I definitely want to give you your props like we were doing prior to you joining in. You just being such a prominent figure in the space when it came to the music scene. I know when I had first joined the space, that was the big thing. The three big things to me, pause, when I had joined was music, video games, and even movies. And those three like kind of industries really had me like hype as to like, fuck, there's a lot of power to be had, and not necessarily power in the sense of like, you know, like just talking my shit, but in the sense of like business wise, you know, I do matter more than what the record labels are projecting, you know what I mean? And so this space kind of gave me a lot of hope. And seeing someone like you work with a lot of people who, you know, my parents listened to, you know, shit that I listened to growing up. And then going as, you know, as new as people that I fuck with, like Alan Kingdom and shit like that. Like, it's definitely some shit that is not to be taken lightly, especially in a space that is so new and upcoming and has still yet to really blossom. So just, you know, shout out to you. But yeah, what's for the listeners out there, what is going on with Yuga? I'm sure I'm sure I haven't even explained who Yuga is. So if you want to do the whole,
it's all good, bro. My bad, bro. I forgot we're live, bro. I just kind of tapped in like, oh, we're just behind the scenes real quick. But
hey,
you
good.
No, Yuga's just a company that I own a bunch of their NFTs, and you know they're pissing me off, so I'm selling a bunch of their NFTs. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Yeah. That's pretty much the long and short of it. But it's deep because I have friends that work there, you know, that I think are doing a great job, and I think there was kept me around this long, you know, and I have friends that have put me on to opportunities, like crazy opportunities, you know, like literally, you know, they threw a festival and I was booked to open for Snoop and Lil Wayne and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where it's like you were a part of something that was crazy. I mean, you know, you were a part of it, a big part of it from the beginning, and shit changes, you know. But other than that, man, life is good. I can't complain. It's really first world problems, you know. It's been an amazing like few years, you know, that music opened a lot of doors for me. Crypto and Web3 and NFTs opened crazy doors for me, like you mentioned. So just trying to find that balance of being content but still being hungry, because I think it's like crazy opportunities right now. You know, I got into this space. I bought this NFT of this crypto punk 3 years ago, 3 years ago, almost exactly, you know, this time 3 years ago, February. So it kind of feels like that same momentum or energy right now where things are popping off beneath the surface, but you have to be in tune and like, you know, you have to really be paying attention or into this thing if you're aware. Otherwise, for your casual person that was like into crypto when it's on the news, they're not even aware yet. So I think it's really a good time to be like thinking about it and making moves and figuring out where do you really want to be right now in terms of like things that you're involved with, projects, collaborators, all of that.
Yep. No, that's perfect. And just to go into the whole, you know, not to go too deep into it all. Would you like, I guess I want to ask, like, would your advice be to someone who is this is some mark me up on some Nancy Drew shit. This is some interview shit. So I'm sorry if this is an annoying ass question, but would you recommend people who are like individual artists, you know what I mean, to at least think about, not even think about, but be more proactive than just thinking about like dabbling into the space of Web3 and crypto as artists? Like, and I know you're gonna speak from the perspective of a musician, so that's what I want for sure. But just in general, like artists in general, because like I said, my shit was music, video games, and movies, so I could see that far at least. So, yeah, just what are your thoughts on that? You know, just the whole wave of the creativity that can be, I guess now like free accessibility, I guess, in this new space.
Right. You know, I think my perspective is kind of changing on a lot of things right now. Yeah. I think the best advice I could say is like, if it's interesting to you, then yes, you should absolutely do it. this, I think if you're genuinely, if you're interested in like blockchain or crypto or even just Bitcoin, or Doge, if any of those things are interesting to you and you're an artist, then yeah, you should look into it 100%, because, sometimes, there's artistry in the medium. It's like being a great film director doesn't mean you're going to make a hit TV show. Being a great music video director doesn't mean you're going to make a great war movie. So being a great battle rapper doesn't mean you're going to write a hit song. So there's new mediums being created or innovate, just even being thought up every day right now, involving technology that didn't exist 10 years ago.
And let me piggyback off that really quick, Spotty. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to ask you a question. So where do you feel like the state of music and NFTs is right now going into 2024?
The state of music and NFTs right now is basically, I would say, we've seen some really big success stories in 2021, especially I would call out, like Blau sold like an $11 million vinyl record as an NFT. Snoop did like a $40-something million thing with Gala Music, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
You have like a crop of smaller indie artists that maybe they made six figures for the first time off of music, myself included. And then in 2022, well, I don't want to say in 2022, but it died down eventually. It really died down. Like it died down real hard, and it caught a lot of attention, industry attention. Right now, I think it's kind of adrift. Like not a lot has evolved since then on the music side. A lot of the platforms that got funding because they were like, oh, these kids are making money. Snoop just made 40 mil, like the new Death Row. They said, okay, let's start a platform. Let's make SoundCloud for Web3, or let's make Spotify for Web3 or whatever. And, I don't know if that's really the answer. I don't know if that really answers any problems that anybody had, in a huge way. So I think we're waiting for that next thing, which is really a dope moment to be like looking into it, if you're interested in like solving problems. But I would say a couple things on top of that. I think that gaming is a big talking point in Web3. It's a big narrative. A lot of people are really, really bullish on Web3 gaming or think Web3 gaming is inevitable. I do. I agree. Yep. And I just like to ask people that agree with that, like, what's your favorite game that doesn't have any music? What's your favorite game that doesn't have any music? Like Minesweeper, like the opportunity. Like for real, you can't even like. I bet if we went on YouTube, somebody has a Minesweeper, mix. They made something, but. I think that's going to be a huge opportunity. That's why I dove headfirst into Nifty Island. As soon as I saw on their marketplace they have an audio category for NFTs, I was like, this is it. Like I can build Spottyland. I can build a virtual world. Like, you know how hard it is to get somebody to listen to a 3-minute song? You know how many times I tweet a song before I expect that 10% of the people that saw it actually listen to the 3-minute song? Versus if I can build a video game that you're going to play for hours and my song just happens to be playing in the background, like that's so much more social, so much more opportunities to like help create the memories that they're going to like associate with the song or whatever, the relationships. So that's one thing I'm really excited about for music is like basically gaming being a Trojan horse for musicians that happen.
See, I never had thought about that.
And that's awesome because there's so many different opportunities that can piggyback off of that. I mean, you got film, films, Web3 films that could come out. What film don't have music, And what else is there? I mean, there's just all types of media, that that's going to need that same type of thing. So,
I mean, not to cut you off, KV, my fault. Sure. But I mean, Spotty, when I think of, the music NFT shit, it's like how you were saying, what video game doesn't have music. I've told KV numerous times, like I can't wait for the masses to really get on with selling the NFTs in terms of like licensing. So, chopping it up, we can have a dope intro without having to be flagged for copyright because we technically own that song. You know what I mean? Like,
bro. Exactly.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Well, imagine.
Go ahead.
Imagine if YouTube, Kick, Twitch. Imagine if they just had a marketplace where you could buy songs. A lot of this.
Shit.
Woo, a lot of this
your podcast. If you're in
for your podcast,
Now
they don't need the blockchain to do that. But what the blockchain could allow is it could allow me to sell you a token that unlocks my song on all those platforms if they opt in. You know what I mean? So that you're getting it from the source, and then it works on different platforms and in a decentralized way. But I think that's where we're headed, and I think so. Yeah, I think gaming. That's one thing. If you're a gamer, like, get into this shit right now, bro. You could be getting paid. You could be getting paid just to build something or to play a game or whatever. So yeah, I forgot. I felt like there was something else I was going to say just on my outlook for music. But those are like my big thoughts is like it's a prime moment for somebody to come in and innovate in a big way. And short of that, other than that, I think gaming is going to be clutch.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, man.
Gaming is going to be nice. And I like I said, I didn't really hear that whole aspect of just thinking about the soundtrack. There's so many games that you praise their soundtrack for, like, this shit's dope, but then you don't even think of the aspect of, damn, what if this was powered by Web3? What if this was, if it did have those capabilities? And that shit's crazy. That's literally, like you said, that's technology that just didn't, like, I feel like the thought wasn't even there. Maybe it was amongst like really fucking creative people, but like that thought wasn't there as much as it is right now. I pride myself in being like a smart dumbass. Like, I'm a dumbass, and like that's the way that I pitch all my friends to this space is like, bro, if I'm a dumbass, I'm a dumbass and I'm doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
yes, sir.
I'd much rather, if y'all are smarter than me, I'd rather get y'all in here because then at that rate, you would know what to do better than me. All I can do is give you, I can bring you to the water. You know what I mean?
That's it.
And so it's just so crazy. And I appreciate you bringing that narrative. Again, I'm sorry I'm drunk and everything, but just to go with the gaming shit is like, you have the music aspect that, like you just covered. And then you also have like I guess you could say, let's just say like Rockstar and like the rumors that are how like they are supposedly integrating crypto into GTA 6. Whether that be in-game currency or whether that be actual crypto has yet to be seen. But could you imagine first of all, I think my point was that they need their own blockchain. Like, they would 100% need their own. Could you imagine that going to ETH and just, bro, you enter a bar and you got to pay a gas fee. Like, I just couldn't imagine that going on. But then you have the shit that were like the Fortnite aspect of everything, where there's the skins that we're already buying. Yep. We're already paying for it. And yet it's like frowned upon to sell your account. There's marketplaces for it, but it's like frowned upon. But then you got to understand, if I buy this, you could even chop it up to even the fucking game itself. How many consoles now are like digital only? You know what I mean? You can't even buy a game physically for some consoles anymore. So you attach this like digital aspect. Fuck getting that GameStop 7% of what I paid for it. I'll just list it on the NFT market, and someone hopefully like this game and they'll pay $30 for it. I paid $40. Hopefully they'll pay $30 for it. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's that like you were saying, that innovation, that like that thought process at least of like just the Web3ifying everything. Like you're saying, music could, the marketplace on YouTube is a crazy fucking idea. And I think at a point in time, they're stupid. I think every kind of platform would be stupid as shit to not get on board with that. we saw Twitter kind of jump the gun, and then Instagram and Facebook kind of like follow suit. But then they retracted very fast. But like, I guess what I'm getting at, do you think that it's like a sense of like, are the big companies scared of this shit? Like, and I guess that's kind of like a cliche thing to say, but like, are they kind of scared of this, and hence why there isn't really such a quote unquote mass adoption to everything going on, gaming, music, fucking movies, you know what I mean?
I think that they're scared of like doing something stupid, you know, of being made of, you know, it's like this happens even within Web 2 gaming. You know, I worked in advertising. Like, gaming is a perfect comparison to like a crypto audience, because gaming is a very, very passionate audience, very like skeptical of advertisements, of brand integrations, sponsorships, partnerships, things like that. So, and if it's not a natural fit, you know, if you think you're like, I don't know what the right brand would be, but you know, if you think you're just going to go on Twitch as like some car company and just like do something that doesn't make sense or doesn't bring value or just is interrupting the experience of the people that are trying to, you know, enjoy Twitch or whatever, or on your Xbox or whatever, they'll be the harshest critics and some of the most engaged in a negative way on social media. You'll get the most and the worst feedback if you fuck up with a gaming audience. And I think crypto is like that distilled, you know, like it's smaller, but it's even more skeptical and all that, you know, whatever. So I think in a sense you might say they're scared, but I think they also, by this point, most of them should know that they need to have innovation teams or research and development teams, whatever, operations people, whatever. They need to be ear to the ground, knowing what's coming, knowing what their competitors are looking into, and that sort of thing. And so I think you're at that point now where the market is turning, and there will, you know, as different corporations do different things, you know, Starbucks doing their Odyssey thing is a huge one. Disneyland with Disney with Pinnacle. Yeah. Like, there's people at all these different agencies, whether it's media agencies, advertising agencies, consultancies. There's people at the actual Fortune 500 companies that are on staff to be thinking about innovation and bringing up to the C-suite different ideas and thought starters of how they could like improve their business with it. And I think this year is going to be a big year for that. And you're going to see a lot of stuff that they've been working on for years in some cases, and a lot of stuff that they just pull out of their ass, and maybe it's bullshit. You know?
Yep. No, 100%. No, I'm glad we had this damn discussion, because this is all shit. Like I said, I feel like every time Web3 gets brought up, it just becomes like a talk of like floor price. You know what I mean? That, you know me, right. Like that's always the shit that I hate. I can't stand when, if we talk about something, it just becomes about the money someone made or the money that someone lost, and then that becomes their opinion on it. And it's like, brother, I've made money, I've lost money. My shit is as objective as can be. You know what I mean? So just having this discourse of like innovations, potential like future shit that could happen is good, and it's what's needed within this space, because I feel like all the time we just get so caught up in, like I said, just kind of like that like rumor mill aspect, like oh shit, like this project's talking about doing this, and then it all just gets focused on some dumb shit, and then, you know what I mean, like there's a lot more to this that we're worried about a floor price. We're not worried about, like, you know what I mean, individuals such as like yourself, KV, anyone who's a musician that makes music and is trying to get into this space on a serious note. You know what I mean? Regardless of what regardless of what you're trying to get out of it, you see, if you're in this space, you see that there's an upside to it. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely. I know the thing that me and KV talk about a lot is the ownership of everything. Yeah. Whether that be the ownership of the music, the IP that your NFT image brings. It's such a huge role that I feel like I made my name on, but then it gets so swept under the rug now. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of projects that you're like buying into because of the IP. You're kind of just, oh, if the floor price is high, I'll buy, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
and quick, just to piggyback on that really quick, I just want to ask, before we get too more far into the independent part of the ownership, just with what you guys were talking about, like the larger corporations doing, like I think Starbucks, they did some type of like NFT, like ownership, some type of thing, membership, I want to say,
rewards thing.
Rewards thing. With that going on, do you feel like that's bringing value and attention to the masses? Do you feel like they're actually starting to see that and the tide starting to change? Are you seeing any type of change with those type of things that's going on? Because I think it wasn't Balenciaga. I showed you somebody. It was one of those products. They had like a collection, a capsule collection as well. Like, do you think these type of projects from the larger companies are bringing enough attention to this type of thing so people can start to see the value? Because we can clearly see they're not seeing the value right now. They're only seeing, like you said, floor price. They just want to flip. They want to make money. So do you think those type of things are actually starting to bring value and show people the value?
Mm-hmm. I think what's going to start to happen more and more is the effects will be the impact will be like it's like a ripple effect, because I don't use the Starbucks thing, but think about Top Shot, right? When people were using Top Shot, that was my first experience with NFTs ever.
Okay.
You didn't need a crypto wallet. You know, you didn't even need to know. You never needed to even see the word blockchain at all. You didn't need to know what a blockchain was. All you knew was you have a digital collectible and you own it and people can buy it or sell it, you know? And so what's the impact of Top Shot? You know, it's really hard to even quantify. Like, it's a huge impact. But it's not I don't know if it's necessarily millions of NBA fans learning about the blockchain and getting really excited about the blockchain. Maybe it is. I legit don't know. And I don't know if it's I know a lot of Top Shot people got into Bored Apes, so I do think there's a lot of people that came from like as NBA fans and got into blockchain as a result. I do think so, but I don't know the numbers. Yeah, and I would say it's probably something similar with things like Starbucks or things like Pinnacle, and I've never used either, so I don't know much. I'm just hypothesizing. But if a corporation, I think in 2024 and beyond, the user experiences are going to get better. The pipes are going to be concealed. The plumbing is going to be more concealed. You know, there's going to be more drywall. And I think that's a good thing. It might not lead people to like go read the Satoshi white paper, you know, but I think still the impact is going to be huge, you know, because it will inspire certain people to go read about the blockchain and figure out how are they doing this. But then other people, you know, it'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back and allows them to convince their CEO that like, we should do this thing I've been trying to get you to do for 5 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the impact, it's not easy to like always to attribute, you know, this domino knocked over that domino.
No, that was good. No, for sure. I mean, that's cool to even think about it, like how you were saying, a lot of people from Top Shot, 'cause I know Lance yourself, you definitely from cards, trading cards to Top Shot, you know, dabbled into that, and then into NFTs and everything. A lot of people from Top Shot, you were saying, you know, went and became Bored Ape holders. So I know, you know, they started to dabble into that Web3 space. So hopefully the same thing happens and it translates with these other type of projects from like a Prada or like you said, the Starbucks and their membership. The only thing I have reservations on, I guess you could say, cautious about is I don't feel like they go far enough into the Web3 space. I feel like they kind of try to, they just limit it. They try to limit.
They do like the basic. They give you a basic package.
Exactly. The basis they can when it comes to that.
I feel like they have to, in a sense, right now. Like, I mean, Spotty, you know damn well just from watching these NFT streets, there's a lot of projects that drop that have a fuckload of utility, and they're not the ones that get talked about a lot. there's a lot of projects that really do shit for their holders, and they're not the ones that people are screaming about. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that with the whole UI, the user interface becoming easier for people, I think that shit just becomes like those walls get breaking down very easy. Like how Spotty said, with if there's no reason for me to learn what a crypto wallet is and shit like that, that's going to be the easiest way to bring that mass adoption. You're talking about Disney. If Disney just does some shit for Disney Plus members, you know what I mean? Disney Plus membership payers or some shit like that's gonna. I think that will get people kind of not saying, oh shit, I got to go learn about crypto, but it'll be like, damn, you know, I got a nice little digital collectible, like you were saying. Let me show this off. I'm such a homebody. I've watched 30 hours of this show, so they gave me a trophy. They gave me an NFT for it. You know what I mean? And now I can show that off. You know,
Bro, think about Loud Punks. You know, you guys
exactly.
know Loud Punks?
That's the ones that were selling the Rolling Loud tickets, right? Or fucking life memberships.
Lifetime
VIP
VIP
memberships.
Okay.
Lifetime VIP to Rolling Loud worldwide. You know, it did. You know, it made the rounds of like people talking about it, especially when it was new. But you know, a lot of these things are like you got to look at how many active wallets are there. You know, I don't know. I've heard numbers between like maybe 10. You know, I don't know, 30,000, 10, 20, 30,000 wallets. Which means how many humans? a lot less than that, right? What's the makeup? What's the makeup of that demographic? You know, what's defining this culture? You know, so what are we focusing on? Who are we focusing on? But you know, like Loud Punks, like I think that's probably one of the, when you talk about utility, if you really want to line up, you know, all these collections, all these PFPs, and talk about utility. And I'm a holder, so I'm biased, and I've never been to Rolling Loud actually, but I'm a holder still, and I'm gonna go. And when I go, I'm gonna be VIP, you know. So I think, man, there's different things that are out there that are cooking. That imagine, bro, like let's say we go on a crazy bull run for the next 18 months, you know, or the next 20 months. How many other festivals are gonna have an NFT? I mean, Lyrical Lemonade dropped an NFT. I got one of those too. I think they forgot, but I didn't, you know.
Damn.
But,
I forgot. I didn't even
a lot of these, you know, there's going to be a lot of things. Lollapalooza had a Web3 Twitter handle for a while, you know. But yeah, I just think there are pioneers out there doing cool things that I think can cross over into the mainstream once, and or at least can be like a lighthouse when that's a bad metaphor, but you know, can be an example.
No, it's like the beacon.
When the beacon, you know, and when it's going to catch people's attention when they start seeing like, oh, Coinbase is trending, you know, or whatever. Yep. But just a couple other ramblings, man.
Go ahead.
I do think ticketing will eventually be big. I think that's maybe a tough one to understand. Music is just tough in general because it's like so many big almost monopolies. I think in ticketing it is a monopoly, you know, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. They've done stuff like Live Nation has done token gated early access to tickets with, I want to say Avenged Sevenfold or something like that.
I remember that.
You know, just like Spotify has done token gated playlists for, I know they did some for Kingship. They've done some for some other artists, I think. I also think, you know, you're hearing a lot of people talk about physicals with, you know, phygitals or whatever. And I mean, I did a vinyl record that has an NFC chip in it. It gives you an NFT. You can check it out at towerrecords.com. But I think that could be a thing too in music that could really be interesting because people do collect vinyls. You know, people really do still. It's like it's like in a resurgence. It's been I feel like we've been talking about the resurgence of vinyl for like a decade, which I haven't looked at the chart, but I think that's a really big opportunity. Same thing with the fashion and apparel that has like whatever it lets you in the party when they scan your I don't know, whatever. Who knows what'll actually be the use case, but I do think for any artist, that stuff's interesting. Any artist that would ever have apparel, physical merchandise, and for vinyls especially. I would also just say, you know, if you're an artist, don't rush in to like become a crypto artist and mint your first NFT and sell it if your goal is to sell it, because a lot of these things are just timing. I had really good timing. I mean, dude, you remember August 2021, I dropped that album and it changed my life. And the truth is, you could have sold dog shit in August 2021. It was just a time where the market was like, it was in a frenzy. People were just buying, you know. Yep. So timing is in a lot of ways everything. And the most, you know, think about it like this. When I did that sale, it sold out right away. It changed my life. There was a big story written about it. And it said, like, meet the crypto punk rapper who made a bunch of money in 60 seconds. But if you actually click the link and read the story is about the 6 months that led up to that 60 seconds. It's really about the years, but specifically like the journey of like, okay, I have an idea, a specific idea, let's build it over 6 months, you know? And so take your time. You know, listen to conversations like this, ask questions. There's no dumb questions, and learn and build relationships with other creators, other people that know more than you, you know, people that know less than you, but they're passionate about it, whatever, because timing is clutch and there's no rush right now. There's no rush. Like, this is a perfect time to start coming in cautiously and learning, you know, learn about what it means to even own anything on a blockchain and do it safely so you don't lose it, you know, for example, because you own it yourself. And what's the last thing I was going to wrap up with, or, you know, on this train of thought, I was going to say, as an artist, like, there's a lot of platforms out there where you could create something for low cost or no cost. So the barriers to entry are a lot lower than they used to be. So that's a huge thing. And then the other thing I would just say is, like, really, I'm testing a lot of different things here or there. You know, I'm in a lot of different communities or whatever, but I'm really bullish on Bitcoin. You know, I think, like, if I'm an artist, one of the best things you could maybe do is just get a little Bitcoin for yourself, you know, like, and if you don't know where to start, maybe you never had a crypto wallet. Like, I have a lot of issues with Coinbase, but it's probably the easiest way, or Cash App, you know, Venmo, whatever. But, you know, get a little bit of Bitcoin, but buy $20 worth of Bitcoin, buy $10, $5 worth of Bitcoin, and just follow it along and just see what that's like. Learn what it's like to buy something for the first time on the blockchain. If you enjoy that, buy it or collect an NFT. There's free NFTs you can get out here. You know, make sure it's a source that you can trust or whatever. But I also tell people, like, you would never try to sell a car before you learned how to drive a car. You know? But in crypto, or even in tech, just in general, you always have somebody coming along that has a deck and a website, and they want to sell you something, and or whatever, and they don't even know what they're selling. You know, so don't be that person. Be a collector first and build some relationships.
That's where I was gonna commend you. I know we're running on, like, goddamn, what are we on, KV? Like almost 2 hours on this. My fault, brother.
No, we just got to an hour.
Oh, bet. I was gonna say my fault, but I was gonna say I commend you, Spotty, for being someone who had a product that was easy as fuck to understand what the fuck we were getting into at that point in time. You know, you had the NFT. In which I'm not a bitch. I bought that John. I definitely flipped it, but I bought that John. I had to show support.
Let's go.
But that's how this shit works. That's how I feel like the native Web3 like ecosystem. I fuck with this person. I'm gonna support this person. Oh shit, the support got so overwhelming that I could probably profit off of that person's shit anyways too. And we all won, because at the end of the day, if you have royalties set up, you got a piece of that bread too, fam. You know what I mean? So it's so cool. But like I was saying, I just appreciate you for having such an easy product to understand. Like I said, we have so many projects that drop a product after a product after a product, but then when it all boils down to it, there is no product. You know what I'm saying? So It's like you had at least the album that we could listen to song by song. You had the vinyl that we could redeem. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it might seem simple to an outsider, but you got to understand, in this space, that shit is appreciated because we know what we're getting into as collectors or as flippers. Collectors, oh shit, I fuck with this. I fuck with his music. I fuck with him and his movement in general. Pause. Flipper, I'm gonna capitalize off of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it all goes back to that same person, the creative that's doing the shit, the musician that's releasing this. You know what I'm saying? So, again, just shouting out because I know there's a lot of people that again make music NFTs that sit there and wonder why shit ain't selling or like whatever, movies that are being made. But like you said, it's just like catching lightning in a bottle. You got to time this shit perfectly. And right now we're at that time where you just got to learn, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, I haven't really looked at selling NFTs as a big revenue stream, selling music NFTs as a big revenue stream since the end of 2021. In fact, I'll share something with you because I don't think I've said this too much out loud, if ever, but it just kind of had this epiphany of reflection where we sold that first album in August. We sold $200,000 worth of vinyl records and NFTs in 60 seconds. You know, it's 2,000 albums. I mean, actually, it's not even on me, but you know, like they don't count that for the fucking, you know, the charts.
Oh,
if they had, you know, like follow those charts. Go look like how many indie hip hop artists per year are selling 2,000 vinyls or 2,000 records opening week. You know, it's not a lot. But anyways, what I was going to say is right after that, we did the Bun B single, which was an NFT. And that was a really crazy time. That was lightning in a bottle. That moment in time, like the universe just opened up for me because we did the big sale. There was a big Complex article that came out, and then Bun B, all in a matter of about 2 months, which is insane. And then we put that song out as an NFT, and we really overswung. Like I thought for sure, like if I could sell 2,000 NFTs, just me,
you can do it.
Me and Goldrilla and Art Chick, you know, then like, you know, we can sell twice that many with Bun B. And that was wrong, you know, because of probably a lot of reasons, but I saw that we sold almost $60,000 worth of that NFT. And I saw that as a failure in that moment. Like I never said it out loud, but I'm comfortable saying it now. But like in that moment, I was like, my heart sank. I was like, fuck, like we had it. I felt like we had something and we lost it. And in reality, it's like, no, I look back like, wow, what a win. We were able to pay for the video, pay for we have vinyls for that, the 7-inch single, pay for the marketing, pay for travel, pay for all these things, and have cash left over. Like it was profitable. So anyways, after that though, because I was so like kind of devastated from that, I stopped trying to really sell the NFT. That's not the only reason, but you know, everything was a free claim for holders, including that one. By the way, that was a big reason that we didn't sell out. It was a free claim for the people that had just bought my other thing. So, and I'm glad I did that. I wouldn't want to do it any other way. I would have just set my expectations differently. But all that to say, that's another thing. Roadmaps. I'm not a fan of roadmaps because that was my biggest mistake I made. After the big album sale, I said, I'm gonna tell you exactly my plans for the next year, and I'm gonna drop these 5 singles. They're gonna be NFT collections. They're gonna be free, and then you're gonna get all this stuff. And that just kind of like gave me it handcuffed me in terms of like I had to then stick to that formula, you know.
Yep.
But anyways, that's I say all that to just say it's not that environment right now. It's not for music NFTs. It's not 2021 again yet. Do I think? Do I think later this year could it be? Maybe. Do I think next year it could be? Even more so, maybe. And if we had big artists, like I would consider Blau a pretty big artist. He tours, does big festivals, even before he had an $11 million NFT sale. If we can have indie artists making 6 figures off an album sale in the last bull run, then I do think there's an indie artist out there that we've never heard of that maybe doesn't even have 1,000 true fans today, but by next year, that person, I think there's a person out there that could have $1 million moment next year that has no backing or you know, they're just working out of their basement studio or whatever. Like I think that musician is probably, we're gonna meet them next year.
Yep.
If you haven't already met me, you know.
Shout out to you. No, but that's what I was gonna say. Just to piggyback off of that, not many people know, but KV here was basically my co-founder when it came to all the ventures that I tried to get into. Again, like you were saying, basically as indie as it comes. I'm coming from Harrisburg, PA. That's where I was born. I live amongst the Amish now in PA, so I'm out the way. But it's like when it came to just again, I mean, like you saw it firsthand. It was just making that wave from nobody into like, fuck, there's a lot of fucking people that are listening to me now. Doing what me and KV did when it came to even like Legions Aloud and Marshmallow Mob. I beat myself up, like you were saying. I beat myself up for fucking like months. And I went on like a little hiatus after LOL, which was the first project that I tried to come out with. Just because like you were saying, it was like, fuck, we're seeing all these other people like sell out dumbass shit immediately. Here I come with some substance that I can provide, you know what I mean, based upon, you know, the sellout due to, you know, just becoming from nothing type shit. And it hit me the wrong way for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, damn, I failed. My holders are pissed. And it's like, bro, most of my holders are in a group chat right now. And you know what I mean? I still get into shit. And they, you know what I mean? Like, it's all love type shit at the end of the day. But it was just such a, like you said, your heart fell into your stomach. And it's so much so of just, I don't know if this was your case. This is just strictly me. Just like I said, just watching all the other shit around you just kind of like dumb or useless. You know what I mean? When in retrospect, someone else is finding your shit useless and dumb at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So the success that we had, and that's what it was for real, because, you know what I mean? I know it helped him out. I know it helped me the fuck out. It took my kids to goddamn Disneyland. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been, but they were. So that's some shit that as a father, I can cross off my like fatherly bucket list, you know, and that's all off of just, you know, just the shit that I was doing. But it's so special. But I do think we need to get fucking better in, on some pause or unpause shit. We just need to get better in like the confidence we got, because we some good motherfuckers in this space. I'm speaking in general, but it's just so many times I've seen a lot of people, and myself included, where I'll get discouraged for, like I said, months at a time. People will get discouraged for months at a time and or not come back at all. And they're some of the smartest people in this space, some of the smartest like innovators, some of the greatest ideas that I've heard. And it doesn't bode well when we got, you know, the dumb shit selling and not shit that has some type of actual meaning or actual like use case in your, you know, in terms of music's fucking music. We used to pay for music all the fucking time before LimeWire and shit. So you know what I mean? Nice. I don't know why this shit got all helter skelter, but that's all. Go ahead.
Well, you know, just to go off that last thing you said on music, people think that music is worth $9.99 a month because that's what they pay to listen to music for their personal enjoyment, or they think it costs a song is worth 99 cents because that's, or $1.99 because that's what it costs on iTunes or whatever. But what they don't think about is like, what happens when, Cadillac or McDonald's or Pepsi needs a song for their Super Bowl commercial. Like, do you think they just pull up iTunes and buy a song for $1.99? Like, no. So obviously, like, it's just a matter of perspective and like what you're buying the song for, or what you're using the song for, and what if you're a customer or whatever. But I just think that, music especially, we've psychologically we've devalued the music. And then as far as Web3, man, it's really tough, bro. It's really tough. I'm pretty disillusioned with a lot of things. Like, I've been having thoughts about, like, I might just sell all this shit in terms of NFTs, bro. Like, lately.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, there's just so much bullshit. It gets more transparent to me, like, every day, every hour. And it's tough. It's really tough because I love it. I love it in a certain sense. But you got to really have conviction. I would say, especially in NFTs, like, really believe in what you're doing or don't do it, and really enjoy the people that are in it, and the whatever, the vibes, the community, whatever you want to call it, because that shit might go to zero. And y'all are going to get to enjoy each other's company. That'll be a wrap, But then on the other hand, you have Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to fucking do some historic shit in the next 18 months, I believe. I've been calling it granny gains, man. Like, for the most part, I'm like, give me the granny gains, give me the 3X, give me the 5X, and let me just get out. Because that shit is going to happen like clockwork, in my humble opinion. It's not advice, but then, so I guess, it's just, I'm very blessed that I had a really good experience with NFTs. But I read a post the other day on Twitter, basically somebody saying about the Bitcoin ETF and the ETH ETF, like, basically kind of saying, this could be a super cycle. And do you really think all these NFTs are going to keep up with
the crypto
if it's a super cycle? And I think it's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if what was $500,000 at the top last time is going to be $10 million floor next time because Bitcoin 20x or whatever. Like, I don't know. And I'm making up numbers here. I'm bullshit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, actually. And at the end of the day, it's like, one of these things I feel like is its time is like written on the wall. Like, it's the writing is on the wall with one half of it. And the other half is just so highly manipulated. Like, NFTs is just
100%.
It's wild and manipulated. And Bitcoin gets manipulated too, of course. But I don't know if I would say Bitcoin is really gate kept. I don't know if I would say that exactly.
Okay.
Yep. No, I definitely understand. I definitely understand. I don't even need to go more in depth than that. It's 100% like that when it comes to the.
Well, like, think about it like this. Think about the little guy, right? Like, let's say you want to buy into a community right now, right? That I mean, I'll just tell you what I'm looking at. Like, I think you're going to spend close to an ETH if you want to be like, I'm buying into a community that I think has a really great chance to, like, be a dominant player in this next bull run, right? They could do something in the next couple of years where I think I have a better chance to do more, create more opportunities for myself, or maybe resell it at a higher price than a 5X on Bitcoin. Like, if you're looking at something, you're trying to say, I'm going to get more than a 5X in the next year and a half, or I'm going to get that much value out of it, out of the utility. Like, I think you're going to spend at least half an ETH, probably closer to an ETH or something. And that's a high price, man. It's a it's a high price. You're automatically like billions of people are out of luck.
Yep.
But is that gatekeeping? I mean, it's not politicking, but
yeah,
it's just a lot. So Bitcoin, you can buy $5 worth, $2 worth, whatever.
Yep.
So.
Yep. No, I feel you, and that's a whole bunch of why I haven't really told. I haven't been vocal like as I was. A part of me wants to tell people like, hey, start paying attention again. Like I said, don't go buying shit, but just start paying attention again because, like you said, it's kind of, my whole thing is, and I hate being such a historian, and I know we got to wrap up here in like 4 minutes, but I hate being such an historian of the fact of, it's been a every 4-year cycle since its fucking existence. So like mathematically, historically, we're supposed to see that next year. I don't want to go telling people, hey man, go buy that shit. And then next year, surprisingly, is that first cycle that gets broken. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially when it comes to NFTs. Like you said, NFTs is just so wishy-washy. It's like literally wishy-washy. It's I'd much rather you understand the principles of NFTs than trying to buy and then figure it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, Spotty, appreciate you joining us today. You were the first guest on motherfucking Chopping It Up, so appreciate you.
Man, thank you guys. Thank you guys. This is like super fun. It's great to catch up. I appreciate, man, just our friendship over the years, and I know we're in for a wild ride coming up, bro. So, to everybody listening, just find what you love to do, find your niche, and just run with that, because you can be the best at that if you love it enough. And especially in this space, if we're talking Web3, like there's a good chance you could find an idea that nobody's done before, or you could find an idea somebody's done before and you might be able to do it better, so just follow your passion, follow the thing that gets you energized, and keep just going, and don't listen to the bull, because it's just let the FUD be food, baby. I got haters, Lance. You already know, man. Let them know. I don't have enough of them. That's the problem. They I got some lazy haters, bro. I need the memers. I need the shit posters. I need them all, bro. I need them camped out. I got a whole lawn here. The lawn is empty, bro. So
let them know. Let them know.
Talk that shit, Spotty.
Yes, sir.
Much love, man. Much love.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you for
going
coming
forward. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? This shit was it felt second nature. I wouldn't mind on some it is what it is, Cam and May shit. We bring you on to be the Web3 correspondent along with myself. We just bring you on at a certain point in time. If you down for it, just once a week, once every 2 weeks type shit. We just check in and we lay down the law, pause, and we let it be what it be, because at the end of the day, I'd much rather have you on here spitting this shit and the people in Hell Chat on here spitting that shit than going out there finding, person with 500,000 just talking bullshit, talking buzzwords, the whole damn interview, a whole damn podcast. So again, appreciate you for being real. Appreciate you for being who you are in this space and showing up today, man.
Hey, no, thank you. I would love to do this more often. Let's do it. And last thing, I do a party every Tuesday night. So tomorrow night, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern in Nifty Island, which is my video game, where you can just go to spotty.land and that'll take you there. So come out tomorrow if you're free. We got it's like Fortnite. We play Fortnite and we play music. So that's it.
Yep.
Not bad. No doubt.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yep.
All right,
appreciate
y'all.
you.
Peace.
Lance. This thing is a nut. You're a crackhead.
Yo, I banged on accident.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
I gotta join again.
Yeah.
Nah, I was on my Twitter, don't worry. My fault.
I'm like, what is he doing? Like, yeah, crackhead.
Yo, we back. Don't even worry. I thought I was the guest.
What'd you say?
I said I thought I was the guest.
That's what I said. Yo, what? I'm like, yo, my fucking host is dipping. Like, what is going on? I was like, yo, leg.
I thought I was the guest, cuz.
I thought I was
the guest.
I should have stopped the stream.
Nah, that's good that you let that shit rolling, because now that's going straight on the gram.
See, and that's all I say. I'm like, yo,
the YouTube live is lit.
you know this. I'm gonna say, you know, this is a special edition. So like, I done messed it up. On the special edition, I should always put the stuff, because I don't feel like editing these. These ain't supposed to be edited. So I should
so
always
just
put
having the
this-
talking points up off rip.
No, not even the talking points. I mean, but I could do that too.
Yeah.
But I was saying, just like you know, the overlays. Because remember, I said for the other episodes, I'm gonna just record, but for these, I should just have overlays up, because I ain't gonna edit it. Shit.
Yep. Let it rock.
Actually, you know what I mean? Like you said, you were able to watch it on YouTube. I don't have to now. It just goes up.
Yeah, it just goes up.
You know,
Yeah, that's all good.
up, so.
Yeah, we're all
But
good.
damn, man, fuck, all right, man.
Yeah, back to the shout out to the first episode of Choppin' late. What's that called? The last call. The last call.
Yeah, this was the last call.
We bringing guests in here. We doing shit.
The last call was
back.
wilding. Well, we was wilding. I can tell you that.
He was getting real. That was a lot of.
That was dope. The episode was dope.
Feelings.
I'm saying, I'm talking about.
Oh, right there.
The setting side. Well, that too.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the setting side, like as in like I should have had this stuff all set up. I didn't think about it though. 'Cause I was like, you know, I guess it is gonna just go straight up. So at that point, why would I need to edit it? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, hey, man, it's the first episode. Like I said, we gonna learn from it.
Yeah,
Next time
we're
gonna have it better. That's all that matters.
That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all.
If you want, man, I was going to get a little drink real quick, and then we could hop right back in. Or if you want to close it up, we can close it up. But if you wanted to, we could definitely chit chat about the damn Helldivers. But I know you're on a schedule, so I don't want to.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to finish it up.
Yep, let's wrap it up then.
Shit, man.
We're gonna have to talk about the Helldivers on tomorrow's episode.
I would say we might have to get on tomorrow or something. I don't even know. I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Yeah, we just gonna wrap it up. I guess we just gonna wrap it up. This is wild. I fucked it up. Like,
no, we all
I
good.
put this shit on now, and it's like it's cool with everything, but now we got to wrap it up. Either way, y'all already know what it is. It's been good. On this Monday night, we had a great time having Spotty on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Chopping it up about the Web3, just music, and some of the insights he had on where it's going to go, some of the things that could be done in Web3. It was dope. You know, we had a couple little bit of conversations about a little bit of sports, you know, the All-Star game. I really hope they figure something out. Like, I really do. I really hope they figure something out, because it's just not a good event right now, and it just doesn't make any sense. And when it comes to the celebrities, the all-stars out there, I mean, the celebrities, the athletes, the entertainers, all you guys gotta start coming out, man. Make this thing fun again. Make it a great event again. You know what I'm saying?
Get Jennifer Hudson the fuck off the court.
Oh man, not the Jennifer Hudson. Don't do her like that, man. Don't do her like that.
You're a great talk show host, but I don't know when the last time I ever saw Oprah Winfrey on the court.
You can stay on. Just stay on. I'm gonna stop everything after this. Just stay on at this. I'm gonna holler at you. But y'all already know what it is. It's been good. My name is KaVaughn Webb. You already know, hip hop artist, storyteller, all that lyrical storyteller, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take it easy. This is my man, Lance Sweatpants. We're gonna take it up out of here for the last call.
It's me.
Well, we'll be back. We're gonna start doing this a little bit more. We'll be